Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going, well, deep inside your body during exercise. You shared some fascinating stuff about what happens during a, say, 50-minute stationary bike session. Our mission is to unpack those physiological shifts. Might be some surprises in the store.
Yeah, it's actually quite amazing how quickly the body adapts,
Hmm.
how it optimizes energy. This dive should really highlight not just what's going on with each pedal stroke, but uh, why it matters for anyone who moves.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Based on your notes, the body needs energy fast at the start. What's the immediate go-to fuel?
Right. So your body first taps into the easy stuff, blood glucose that's already floating around, and glycogen.
Glycogen, that's the stored sugar, right, in
Huh,
the liver and muscles.
exactly. And what's really interesting is how quickly your sympathetic nervous system wakes up your fight or
Well,
flight.
see.
So heart rate goes up, blood vessels open wider, especially in your legs. It's all about rushing more glucose and oxygen to those working muscles to make ATP.
ATP, the energy currency. That makes total sense why you start feeling warm almost immediately then.
And something that really jumped out was that only about, 25% of the energy from that ATP actually powers the movement?
That's right, just 25%.
So where's the other 75% going? That seems like a lot.
It turns straight into heat. Essentially, your body becomes a bit of a furnace when you exercise.
Wow.
And, of course, to stop you from overheating, your internal cooling system kicks in. You start sweating.
Right, sweating. But it's not just water, is it? What else is actually in our sweat?
Good question. No, it's definitely not just water. You lose electrolytes, think sodium, potassium chloride. Very important stuff.
Okay.
Plus, there are metabolic byproducts like lactate, which people used to think was just waste, but it's actually a recyclable fuel source.
Oh, interesting. Didn't know that.
Yeah, and urea from protein breakdown, even some ketones sometimes, which tells you fat metabolism is happening.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. Your notes mentioned a kind of shift around the 30-minute mark. Glycogen starts running low. Exactly. If you're keeping up a steady, moderate pace, let's say not sprinting, but working, those initial glycogen stores begin to deplete.
So the body needs a different plan.
It intelligently shifts gears, yeah. It
Yeah.
starts mobilizing fatty acids more heavily.
How does that work? Does it just pull fat from wherever?
Sort of. Fat cells release fatty acids into the bloodstream. They travel to the muscles, and your muscles start burning that fat for energy instead.
And this is where that zone 2 training comes in, right? We hear that term a lot.
Yes, zone 2 ties in perfectly here.
What exactly is zone 2 and why is it considered so beneficial, maybe compared to just going all out?
So zone 2 is generally when your heart rate is sitting around 60 to 70% of its maximum. It's kind of the optimal intensity for fat oxidation, for
Yeah.
burning fat.
Okay, the fat burning zone.
Right. And training there consistently does something really cool to your mitochondria.
The powerhouses of the cell.
The powerhouses,
Yeah.
exactly. They get stronger, more efficient at using fat. And with long-term zone 2 training, your body can actually build more mitochondria.
Oh, wow. So it improves your engine, basically.
Definitely. It seriously boosts your aerobic fitness and something called metabolic flexibility, your body's ability to switch fuels easily. It's not just for elite athletes, it's great for anyone's long-term health.
So wrapping this up, what's the big picture for you, the listener? In just 50 minutes on a bike, your body's done this incredible dance. Shifting from quick sugars to burning fat more efficiently, managing heat, optimizing energy. It's like a masterclass in adaptation happening inside you.
Absolutely. The key thing to understand is how your body fuels itself at different times and intensities. So for those longer rides or workouts, remember you're losing sodium and sweat. Think about replenishing electrolytes.
Good practical tip.
And if your main goal is fat loss or building that base endurance, then yeah, making zone 2 training a regular thing is probably your best bet.
Makes sense. So think about that next time you're exercising. Knowing all this complex, amazing stuff is happening inside, does that change how you might approach your workout? And what other subtle, hidden shifts might be going on that we just, never even think about while we're busy sweating? Something to ponder.